Once again, today we are playing Stories, the Path of Destinies. Let's get right into it.
Once upon a time, the infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Alright, about to get into this. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Huh. Jesus, this loading takes forever.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. "Sorry, kid," Reynardo told the kid. "Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone." "My mother died for this book!" "I promised her I'd protect you." "Oh, damn it." The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
Alright, we are officially playing. Alright, so that's one move. Okay. Alright, let's go.
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in. "Hey," Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. "Got someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right. "For the Emperor!" The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Alright. Oh. I'm about to attack. I don't think I interrupt on you next. Alright. That's how you do it. Jesus, one hit took 20 on my HP. Oh my gosh.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
So where is this kid? Hold square to grab.
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the skyship docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. "Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship." "I'm not taking that damn book anywhere, and neither are you." "Try and stop me," laughed the kid. "I bet you don't even have a hero sword." And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Reynardo going to get a hero sword?
Alright.
And wind essence? Perfect.
Alright. Oh, I got you good craft here. Got the jack electric materials to craft the sword. Look badass.
A hero sword. QED.
Alright.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Reynardo's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid.
Oh, where am I supposed to go now?
He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. "How'd you get across?" he asked the kid. "Where'd you find a hook?" "I hopped," said the kid. Wise-ass kid. "Hey, look out behind you!" "Q," said Reynardo. Ah, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. He'd done it. Maybe if he meditated at that altar there.
Every time you gain a level, you also gain a skill point. Spend your skill point turn to 12. Okay. You have 4 tiers to get them. Shoot, you just go with the more tiers you unlock. You can find description of each skill and its rough requirement. Alright.
It was starting to come back to him.
Those can
Something
be
he
hooked.
never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when
Press
attacking.
triangle.
The more he fought, the more he'd...
Okay, let's go. Now we're ready. Oh. 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 Oh.
There was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. "Stop!" he shouted. "I'm not giving you the book!" shouted the kid, and took off. "No! Peter!" The kid ran for it, and a goggler nailed him with its eyepiece.
It takes a lot of help.
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynardo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway. What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Renato yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. "Take us to the rebel base, and we'll spare your life!" A few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven, a sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time, unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper.
Can make new offer. Who should I go with right now? That is the question. Who should I go with right now? I want to be a good friend, but at the same time, I want to be a god. I'm gonna go with being a good friend.
Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
Alright, I guess I made a wise choice. I don't know. So far I'm liking the game. The game's pretty interesting. Liking every bit of it. So you can upgrade your players, not just a single, just that's who you start with, that's who you go out throughout the whole game.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens? If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Gemstone this. Drink a pop again, defensive. Okay. Okay. Guess we don't have enough for it. I don't know why we're here then.
Building these platforms was so expensive, they'd run out of budget for guardrails. The ravens had taken the town. Renato had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Renato hoped the people were just hiding. Renato's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
Alright, let's go explore. Can I break this? Nope, okay. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna keep on walking. Ooh, chest.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
Oh, let's go.
Ravens were landing everywhere.
Ooh, we lit.
The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
Let's go. All right. Which way should I go? Get on through here. Always go back up here. Oh, I did not see this. Okay. An altar.
Renato felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that. It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot. Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Yeah.
Renato
Get on.
learn to cook this way. Probably not.
Oh. We're in the dungeon.
Missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like it was at a reunion.
I go to the right side first, see what's over here.
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me $53, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
I'm like, already at this point, let's read the option. Pay a call on Zenobia. Ronaldo and Lapino were back together, but Ronaldo still needed a game changer to save the rebellion. Maybe Lapino was right. Maybe they should go kidnap the Emperor's only daughter and greater general Zenobia. Extracting intel out of her will turn the tide on the war. That seems a bit difficult. Though Ronaldo should no longer get the Sky Ripper's his goal was still within reach. Maybe he just the honest part. Should I still go with the gods? I might feel like this case with the gods is like it's not really a 100% thing, but this sounds crazy. Ooh, I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm just gonna bump it. He made him mind more catch that if I told if you gotta let it go. You are. Oh fuck! I guess we're going with the gods.
To make the Sky Ripper, the transcendent Emperor had wrapped an armature around the eye of a god. Bernardo had already let that armature slip away to save Lapino's life. But even its core, the eye torn from a god, surely they could fashion a great weapon from that. The core of the Sky Ripper? Lapino's excited. That's an actual thing that we could just go and get. You've been busy. He sure had. Renato told him all the things he'd been up to. Soon they got to talking about old times, about wages they'd won and lost, and scrapes they'd barely got out of. It was good to be back with his friend. Renato grinned. He had a very good feeling about this.
So that's what we're gonna do from now on. The first choice we did was the top one, second choice was the bottom, third choice is gonna be the top one. Regardless of what it is. I might take that back though.
It's beautiful here, thought Renato. He was thrilled to be back with his old war buddy. He'd missed the mad rabbit, but something was not quite right.
Oh wait, I should explore the other areas first. I'm hoping there's a way back up.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. Where did that go to?
All right.
Renato felt wrong all over. He could feel an almost palpable sickness in the air. And if the land could have tumors, they would look like these monstrous crystals. The forest was quieter than it had been. There were insects, but few birds, if you didn't count the ravens. Renato smelled sick animals and dying ones, but no healthy ones. And getting a bad feeling about this, Renato thought. Maybe Lupino was right. Maybe they should have kidnapped Zenobia instead of coming here.
That was great. Don't tell me about to get F.
Coming back to him. He wondered what he'd remember next. As he held the radiant icosahedron, Renato felt queasy, like dozens of tiny worms were nibbling his insides. It wasn't healthy to be so close to the eye of a god. How could he use it? He could take it to the observatory. The scientists there could tell him how to harness its ancient power. But honestly, Renato ached to get away from it. He brought the core back with him to the Farfarer. But honestly, Renato ached to be rid of it. "Tell you what," said Lupino. "I'll take it to the observatory. You attack the Imperial outpost." The Imperial outpost was a vital communications node. Taking it could shatter the Empire's ability to coordinate. And it would be full of secret plans and maps and maybe even rebel prisoners. It was a good target for a hero like Renato. But what if Lupino got the core and then broke it or lost it? Or worse, was Renato ready to take that risk? Maybe it was better if he brought the core to the scientists himself.
I did say it was going up, down. Now it's up. So, I'm gonna have to stay here.
Lupino was a touchy rabbit. Renato knew that. "You're brave, I know," Renato said. "But this is what I was hired to do. At least let me run ahead and warn the scientists you're coming." So, Lupino was intent on being a hero. Just like him. War made sensible men crazy for glory. And Lupino had never been sensible. But what was the harm? Lupino might well trip over a hornet's nest of ravens. But that was better than ravens lying in ambush, wasn't it? They finished the trip to the Nexus in silence. Renato had no sooner rescued his friend than he was putting him back in danger. "All right," he finally said as they landed. "Go."
All right.
As Renato watched Lupino vanish on the horizon, he could feel nausea building in him. He felt ill. Could his knees really be aching this much? But how could he have handed the core off to Lupino? That was a recipe for disaster. Who needed bridges anyway?
Well, we're here. Any help? Thank you. Oh crap.
Renato felt worse. All his joints were aching now. He'd been through beatings that felt better than this. So the core had a kind of poison that could harm you without even touching you. That's new. Well, it had power. The rebellion needed something with power. And how was this any worse than a sword wound? Well, a death by sword was sudden and fair. This was just squalid. A piecemeal death, like old age.
Should I go? I'm gonna go over here.
It was good to practice your moves, thought Renato. Keeps you limber.
About to check over here.
Renato had given up in the Skyripper's armature to save his friend Lupino. But without its armature, Skyripper's core was a deadly poison. I need more materials, thought Renato. Energy spheres. Easy to dodge, but boy do they sting if you didn't pay attention.
I'm about to check, hurry up. No. No. Alright.
Renato hated warlocks, the way they stayed back and lobbed pain and death from a distance. Cowards. Really dangerous, effective cowards. felt a little better.
I gotta watch my health now. This ain't no joke.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists everywhere. Bernardo found the mad rabbit cowering under a desk. The ravens, they must have known we were coming, said Lupino. How did you... See, I was doing a card trick with my lucky deck, and I kind of bobbled the cards, so I went under the desk to gather them up, and boom! I guess we'll have to take the car straight to the secret base. The secret rebel base. Yes. They had engineers there. But wait. Calaveras, the sage in the mountains. Maybe he would know what to do with the naked core.
For as much as I want to say him, gotta keep it classic. I know it's gonna mess me up. I know I'm gonna come into trouble for 8.
Ah, yes.
It is what it is.
The secret base. Not even Lupino knew where it was. They had engineers there. Those toads would surely know what to do with the core's power. And then he'd be free of it. But he couldn't take Lupino. The core would work its evil on him too. You stay here. Give me the coordinates. I'll meet you there. Someone needs to bury these scientists. Why do I get all the fun jobs? And with that, Bernardo returned to the Farfarer and took off.
See how much I could accomplish in 1 hour.
The ruins were quiet, but Bernardo could hear a buzzing in his ears. Was it bugs? Or was it the core slowly feeding him poison? The council would know what to do. If the core had this much power, it could surely change the terms of the great battle that was coming. And maybe they would take this burden from him. Maybe.
Cool. Wish I could do that.
I wonder what I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Bernardo. He'd once met a pirate captain. He used hooks to get around his ship. Oh, what was his name again?
In your next life.
So far, so good. Not bad. Cause I need a fire sword for that. Jesus.
How had it come to this? Reynardo had signed on as an adventurer. Sure, the Emperor had gone mad. Sure, Reynardo had heard horrors from the ghosts of dead kittens and puppies sacrificed in his blasphemous rituals. But when he jumped in, he'd only been a little bored and slightly broke. And here he was, carrying a bucket of death across a broken landscape. Why not drop it and run? Because he hated to quit in the middle. That was his fatal flaw. He had to know how it all turned out.
Boy, if looks could kill.
For once, he didn't have anything clever to say. So he died.
Bro. Adiós.
Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs. The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Dinero en efectivo, que no piden.
Que no tengo, yo no me tengo tarjeta.
Ah, bien, entonces, no se la dan.
Already, Reynardo knew more than he ever had. But about what?
I'm about to check.
He dropped the core at the entrance to the council chambers.
Get that thing out of here!
Croaked the speaker.
It's making us sick!
That's the core of the Sky Ripper, said Reynardo.
That's not useless at all,
Said an engineer toad.
it's poisonous. Look at the fox. He's ill, probably dying.
Yeah, not useless at all, said Reynardo. So what do? Rub it on His Majesty? The engineer chuckled. Bernardo didn't like it when engineers chuckled. Oh, I got it. Listen, I can make a bomb and spread bits of the core all over a circle about 100 paces wide. Little chunks of poison and death. All you have to do is just get it near the Emperor. It'll kill him and his bodyguard and chop off the head of the fleet. Yeah, and if we're lucky, might poison some of the ravens around there as well. What about me? Right, what about you? Well, I'll build in a timer. You can set it and run. No, that's a horrible idea, said Reynardo.
Well, we have to do something, yes?
Said the speaker.
This is something.
Reynardo couldn't argue with that. And so, reluctantly, Reynardo loaded the rigged core onto the Farfarer and set sail towards the Emperor's ship. The rebels took the fight to the Imperial fleet, but Reynardo was too sick to enjoy the view. He must have passed out as a firm hand grabbed him and shoved him forward. This was it.
Alright. I got about 18 minutes left. Let's see if we could do what we could do with those 18. Wait, no, but I had 12 minutes left. 12 minutes left.
The fleet seemed very big, and its ravens very tough. Or maybe he was just slower and weaker than before. He hated the idea of poisoning the enemy. It wasn't fair. Face to face with a raven, let the best swordsman survive. But they wouldn't even know what was killing them. Feather by feather, scale by scale. He didn't mind dying a hero. That sometimes went with being a hero. But he didn't feel at all like a hero. Not today. This was way better than being able to shrink down to the size of an ant. What was that all about, anyway? Slippy's hit, he thought.
Jesus. Alright. Never mind, I don't got time for the workbench. Alright. I'm almost there. This is not good. Oh. Oh.
Reynardo remembered when the government had introduced the healing fruit. Some people said it was going to bankrupt the economy, but it seemed to work very well. Truth was, Reynardo really liked the sound his sword made in the air.
I need some help though.
so much about. Ooh, what was it again? He was exhausted. He was making stupid mistakes. His fur was coming off in bunches. Up ahead, he could see the Emperor's ship, long and sleek, a floating palace. The bomb would only poison a circle 100 paces wide. He would get as close as he could, set it, and run. Oh, this was a lousy way to win a rebellion, he thought. He didn't want a medal for this. He just wanted to be forgotten. Don't look down, he thought.
I'm at 30.
It was a bit windy up here.
Probably blow the truck. Grab it on.
Renato twisted the timer on the bomb as far as it would go and staggered off. His knees hurt. Oh, everything hurt. He staggered away as far as he could until he had to lie down. He could see the entire Imperial fleet from here and the rebel ships engaged with it. There was a blinding flash. And a second later, a monstrous thump. Burning rocks arced across the sky over both fleets. A wreath of fire shot outwards, rolling across the fleets. A pillar of smoke boiled up from where the Emperor's ship had been. It reached into the clouds. That's a wee bit more than 100 paces, thought Renato. It took Renato most of that evening to die. Some of the toughest ravens lasted all week. Some of the rebels in the furthest ships survived as much as a month. That winter, with neither Empire nor rebels to rule them, the islands slid into banditry. And so began the Second Age of Darkness. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly.
All right. Let's see. Rescue, make a club, constant. So here it is, guys. This is the first. I guess there's multiple stories to this, multiple endings, if you ask me. It all depends on the choices you make. But since I'm about to reach my hour limit, that is it for me. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Stories, The Path of Destinies. I think is what the game's called. I forgot. But yeah, pretty interesting. I would definitely be playing more to find out like the other stories that there's, well, the other endings, and maybe we might not rescue the bunny at all. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys tune in to the next. Please leave a like if you guys enjoyed it. Comment, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you guys on my next video or most likely next live stream. And yeah, this is Jay Gaming. Press play. Deuces.